My baby just started daycare, so I thought I'd share how the transition is going and maybe also help some of you who are going to go through this transition very soon. Okay, so first things first, to give you a bit more context, he started daycare the day before he turned 1, so he's 12 months old. And since I'm self-employed and I work from home, I opted not to do a formal transition period or anything like that. I just told the care provider if he got too upset to call me and I would come pick him up early. So on day 1, I dropped him off at 8, and the way I did it is I just placed him on the ground at the entryway and then I took his jacket off. And the reason for that is I didn't want to pass him off from like my arms to her arms because I knew he would probably cry if I did that. So by placing him on the ground, it was kind of like a neutral space. So put him on the ground, took his jacket off, gave him a hug and a kiss. And then at that point, she picked him up off of the ground and then walked away towards the kitchen for breakfast time. And that's when I left. Once I left, he did not cry at all, and even when I walked away from the door, I could not hear him crying from the other side of the door, so I was reassured. But at the same time, as a mom, it is a bit sad when you leave your baby for the first time and they're not even crying that you're leaving. But then at 9:15, I got a text message from his care provider to say that as soon as she took him to the kitchen and tried to put him in the high chair, that's when he got upset and he lost it. So she had to pick him up and essentially just carry him around while she did breakfast with the other kids. So at that point, the plan kind of changed, and she said that she would let me know how he does after he took his first nap, but I would probably have to come pick him up around noon, and we would just start with a half day and ease him into it. So anyways, he took his first nap around 10 and then woke up from his nap after like an hour and 15 minutes, and I got a text back from her saying that everything was now going great. He had a great nap and he was sitting down for lunch and happy. At that point, we decided that he would just stay the afternoon, but she would obviously give me a call if things were to change. So he ended up having a very long afternoon nap, which is great. He was probably exhausted. Then I went to go pick him up at 4 o'clock and he was just sitting in his high chair having his afternoon snack, and he was obviously very happy to see us and smiling and all that, but I was really shocked. He didn't like reach out his arms right away for us to pick him up. He actually smiled at us, then looked at his caretaker. He signed for more because they were having yogurt, and yogurt is his favorite food. So clearly she won him over with food, and he actually ended up spending the entire day there, much to my surprise. So all in all, day 1 was a success. I will keep you guys updated on how the rest of the week goes.